If there's anything we've ever done that I'm particularly proud of, I would have to say that the perpetuation of the greatness of the Raiders, to take a professional football team and give it a distinct characteristic that's different from all others.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song, he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously.
I had a dream that someday I would build the finest organization in professional sports. I had certain philosophies of my own that had to become part of whatever I was to do. And that was, number one, what I call the vertical game. We were going to stretch the field vertically. When we came out of the huddle, we weren't looking for first downs. We didn't want to move the chains. We wanted touchdowns. We wanted the big play, the quick strike. It's number one to say you want to do that. It's number two to say that you have the players to do it, but it's number three to do it. To do it on first down of any football game for that defense that you're playing against. For those cornerbacks who play out there on the corners, to know that the Raiders are coming at you. They're coming at you on top, and they've got the speed to do it, and they will do it. It's like having the bomb and being willing to drop it. The adage that goes around in professional football, and I hear everyone say it, take what they give you. That all sounds good to everybody, but I always went the other way. We're going to take what we want. The defensive theory evolved early on in the 60s. To number one, pressure. Put pressure on the pocket. We do believe that this is a game psychologically of intimidation and of fear. I don't mean cowardly fear, but fear. And I think this, that somewhere within the first 5 to 10 plays of the game, the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. That alone sets a tempo for a game. Play hard, try not to make mistakes, but don't worry about mistakes, because there's only one thing that counts: just win. Commitment to excellence. Is a commitment to excellence. The flame that would burn brightest here is the will to win. Is the will to win. Is the will to win.
Your commitment to excellence and your will to win will endure forever. You will not get it.
The great games we've played in, we could get the greatest coaches, the greatest players. We may take a player in who has been a failure somewhere else, but it's predicated on bringing them into an environment that can inspire in them the will to do great. And they have done great. Listen, if you live your life worrying about what people think and what people say and who's good or who's bad, you'll never take a step.
You grow and be tough now. Fight with them and just keep sticking it to them. Just will fight with them.
And it produced against a really good defense.
A bouncer from Janikowski. Cordarrelle Patterson, trouble picking it up, but he can run. And gets up across the 30. Patterson down the sideline. Can Janikowski get to him? No! It's going to be a touchdown Vikings on the Patterson return. Unbelievable.
I tell you, sometimes, Chris, when these balls start squibbing on the ground, he muffs it somewhat before he picks it up. The coverage units get lost a little bit. They don't know where the returner is. And Cordarrelle Patterson picked up a couple of blocks. He's got outstanding speed. And watch how long it takes him to get this ball under his control. And the lane integrity of the Raiders coverage unit just gets a little out of whack. Look at those guys on the right side of your screen just pick up a perfect wall right here. And he's just got speed to burn. Sebastian Janikowski's got no chance to catch it.
Packers, they've been here in Lambeau since '57. And the kick is taken a yard in by Cordarrelle Patterson, who's very dangerous, into Green Bay territory.
Uh-oh.
And he loses the ball after he gets to the 30-yard line. And the Packers have it. Cordarrelle Patterson.
And Mason Crosby got him.
71-yard return. Crosby gets him at the end.
Unbelievable. He gets loose with the kicker chasing him from behind. Watch Crosby swat it out. What a play. I just go figure. I tell you, the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers find more ways to win games. The Hail Mary this year, the way they beat Chicago a couple years, and special teams have been so good all year.
I can't remember seeing a kicker make a play like that.
He ran him down, too.
Yeah.
I mean, he chased him down. Probably one of the fastest guys in football.
Kind of a delayed snap. Pass is caught by Patterson. Into Arizona territory and tiptoeing down the sideline out of bounds at the 36. 30-yard completion on 3rd and 1.
Well, this is how they use Cordarrelle Patterson. He's averaging less than 10 yards per reception. A lot of underneath things. Get the ball into his hands quickly and then let him run. And he's able to get out in front of Dayon Buchanan. And
Patterson will bring it out. Full head of steam. He's gone. Patterson, what a start to the half. Touchdown, Minnesota. Special teams. A score for the Vikings.
time you get the ball, you got to make the block. The first one right here to at least give him a chance to spring it. They pick off Patrick Patterson on the outside as well. And then you're one-on-one. And at some point as a return man, you got to make somebody miss. And Cordarrelle Patterson does just that. Once he gets ahead of steam, there's no catching him. Now you get a kickoff return touchdown.
Patterson will bring it out. Full head of steam. He's gone. Patterson, what a start to the half. Touchdown, Minnesota. Special teams. A score for the Vikings.
Time you get the ball, you got to make the block. The first one right here to at least give him a chance to spring it. They pick off Patrick Patterson on the outside as well. And then you're one-on-one. And at some point as a return man, you got to make somebody miss. And Cordarrelle Patterson does just that. Once he gets ahead of steam, there's no catching him. Now you get a kickoff return touchdown.
Second and goal. Bradford on end zone. It is caught. Patterson for the Vikings touchdown. He snatches it out of the air. 9 yards on the strike from Bradford.
So K.J. Dillon had been in the game after he gave up the play to Asiata. Charles James II, number 31. He comes in. So they're down on corners, Spiro. And that's why Cordarrelle Patterson, he's able to come down with that one. Bradford gives him an opportunity to make a play. He rewards Bradford catching the ball in close traffic. You can't even say it was bad coverage by Charles James II. It's just a better catch by Patterson.
Told you about Patterson's career trajectory. His first